All right, I was trying to do a nice lighthearted video, but nobody wanted to join my WUG run fest. Okay, so we're gonna do a guide instead. Not on this guy,
Don't even think about
but on this
begging
guy.
for your life.
Literally, the only reason why we're doing Jinn over Baraka is because I have Jinn and not Baraka. I think it's actually important to know the difference between characters that do very similar things. It's an important question because, you know, when you summon a character, you know, a lot of the times people compare. They always compare characters all the time, and because it makes sense. You know, you have 5 slots that are going to be on your team in PvP, so you have to think, who deserves that slot? Why am I going to put this character? If I have both of these characters or 3 of these characters, 4 of these characters, what is the purpose of me picking you, brother? You know, over XYZ. So let's go over what Jinn is good for, why he's used, and it's probably going to be short because it's pretty obvious. He's an assassin. I mean, there's not much randomly that we can say to that, is that he's an assassin. He does his job. He does have the final hit 3 here. Attacks if the enemy takes damage and his health drops 10% or less, gain 1 mana when this is triggered regardless. Now this is very important to note, is that I don't know if people have said this, but this actually also works with damage over time. The nature break, if you get the nature break, that is going to also, guess what, if it triggers and it lowers there with the chipping, and then all of a sudden he will trigger. Same thing with any of the damage over times, which I think if you look into the game, they tell you all the names of them. Battle effects: damage over time, poison, bleed, burn, frostbite, corrode, curse. You know, that's 6, so anytime those things are triggered, plus like I said, the nature break, if they bring him to that point, he will attack and try to kill them, which is awesome. It's really cool because it allows you not to have to waste a turn to then attack that target when you can do another turn and kill another target. So that's what is really good about final hit. Unfortunately though, it does seem as though the first aid passive, that's definitely not a support. The first aid passive seems to trigger first, which is really annoying. When a character gets low, if there's a first aid character on the team, the first aid will trigger first and then the final hits will trigger. I don't know exactly why that happens. I don't know if it's like, if it's speed based. Well, it can't be speed based because there's no way you're telling me that this Anastasia is outspeeding my my Jinn. It's not happening. So it just seems that those things just happen to go first. I guess it's to be balanced, right? Because final hit 2, this one gains mana if they survive, and that's kind of one of the reasons why they survive. And then even worse is if you go to a rare hero with it, and as you can see here, eventually you don't gain mana at all if you go down to the 3 stars. So let's also take a look at his overall base stats. This is him at 75, which is kind of like where his first base level is going to be. As you can see, he has very high attack speed, as I've mentioned before, 115. His block is his dodge is 110. And if I go to other characters, we can see that, look, attack speed is one speed faster, which I actually don't know. In Epic 7 they had this 10% clause. I think they brought it down to 5% clause, that, you know, it's within that realm. But I've had Baraka's outspeed me. Is very likely gear based. It's very important to know like the little nuances of these characters, especially in my opinion. Hit and dodge is super important. If you have a higher hit and dodge than another character, and then of course if they're a little bit more tanky, like the block here is 20. I've never seen my Jinn block anything, but if you go here, his block is 210. So his dodge is 99. So I don't exactly know how that works. That might be a video I might check out in the future. Is that like, oh those like direct numbers, like, you know, is there like become a 10% chance to hit at that point, or he has a 10% chance to block? You know, we should definitely do some, I might ask my boy Tachi to help me out with that. Anywho, let's check out the man's skills. And I finally realized why in this mode the skills are slower than when I'm in battle, and I'll give you guys a couple seconds to guess why that happens. Couple seconds. You done? You guessed it? You put it in the comment section? You can put it in the comment section. Can you guess? The reason why is because in this mode there's not ×2. It took me a while to figure it out when I was doing Brotherly. I was like, why is it so much slower? It's because there's no ×2 when you're in this mode. So everything's gonna be slower in this mode because this is the natural speed of things. Interesting enough. That's his thing. We already know the passive. Now this is his Shadow Slash. Single target deals 180% damage to one enemy. He gets a reset. His turn resets if he gets a kill with it. Now also, as we know, in the last video, which is blowing up right now. Thank you guys so much for that. It really helps out when you guys like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff. Is that now we know that charmed is through JINN or JINN, and if the character is charmed at the beginning of the fight, that means that he will silence that character, and that is the difference mainly between him and Baraka, is that he has the ability to silence when he gets his first turn. And so here's the Shadow Slash. Boom, baby. I do apologize for the lag. It's actually not it's not the game. I'm rendering the PvP video, which is going to come out before this, so I'm trying to do them at the same time because I have work in a few hours, so I'm trying to do them both at the same time so you guys can get it. But funny enough that this move is really good. It's really good against revive teams, just for the simple fact is that if they revive in this game currently, when you revive characters, they come back with very low HP. He can literally cycle, kill. Reason being also is because he's a machine. I'll show you guys that in a little bit of a second, how he can pretty much cycle his S2 all day. I didn't actually mean to click it again, but you know, it's not that laggy. I always feel like it's laggy because it's slow. It makes me think it's lagging. Shadow Dance deals 375, not the best amount of percentage damage for a snipe. It also has the silence. It has one more additional turn plus the mana burn. If you guys don't know what mana burn is that you take a mana from them. And this is, like I was talking before, is that this actually is a form of mana denial. And there's not, I need to find more of it in the game, but he has mana denial, which is really good for characters, especially if you are very knowledgeable of the game, is that, oh, that character, if I give them another stack, they're going to be able to do this move, and I don't want them to do that move. So that's really good. Check out the Shadow Dance, one of the best animations in the game. Look how slow it is. That's so weird. That's so weird. I'll probably redo the skills once I'm done rendering this video because I can't render two videos at the same time. And then I'll redo the skills so you guys can see it in all its glory. So I'm gonna do that. Now when we go here for machine, right? Machine, 1 mana is created when HP is at 80% or higher on your turn. So it's only him, unlike the nature, which seems like I said, it's a little bit busted. Machine, it definitely you're only getting 1 mana when it's your turn, and you have to have high HP for that to happen. The reason why they want that to happen is that so you can pretty much snipe or do your reset, at least for these characters. I can't say that for all characters, right? For both of these, for JINN and Baraka, that's their thing. Now, as I just showed you guys the skills for JINN, and this is the whole reason why I'm saying this, is because, you know, he has more damage on his S2 than JINN, and they do the same thing. They have a slightly different thing. He's working with Disheartened, and JINN is working with Charm. Now, he also has more damage on his nuke. Again, that's the only difference. So it's almost as if, you know, if you have JINN, or I feel like it's JINN, you have JINN, right? Which is enemies with less attack than her will be charmed and they will lose attack speed, which makes very aggressive team you're supposed to run with this character. So when you have her in there, you know, they're losing attack speed, which is different from Disheartened. If you could go over to Rachel, just letting you guys know, putting it all together, right? They lose dodge and they lose defense. It's slightly different, you know. Whatever, it depends on your team comp, which you're gonna value more. Also depends on your hero box, but but when they're losing attack speed, right, you're silencing them. You're gonna target out characters that you don't want them to use their skill. The silence, in essence, in my opinion, is better after the first turn, or in weird cases like Sybil, they can do stuff with no mana at all. But as I'm saying, there's not that many 1 mana denial plays that you're looking to do. What you're more looking to do is to silence a character, I feel like, in preceding turns that come afterwards, and then you're denying them their ultimates. You're denying people's revive skills. You're gonna deny their heals and things of that nature, because 4 turns, all you gotta do is look at that bar at the bottom, and you'll be able to see, okay, he's gonna get his turn in 2 turns. Let me hit him with the silence. His turn, he can only auto attack, and that's super good, and that's generally what you're going to be using him for. I'm going to show him in like one PvP example. Hopefully I have a charge now. I'm hoping I've gotten enough charge, but he's pretty basic, you know. He's a pretty basic assassin. So is Baraka, but that's the difference between the two as far as like the game plan. JINN allows you to have a completely different team comp than Rachel. If I hope that makes sense. If you're going Janai, it should be definitely 4 attackers, very fast, and doing a bunch of nonsense. When you're using Rachel, dishearten lowers their dodge, right, and lowers their defense. You can still run a very aggressive comp with that, but they might be faster than you. You know, they might still have more speed than you. I'd almost would say they kind of counteract each other, and I think Janai would kind of be ahead because, so it's not like it automatically establishes on every single character. Characters that are 100% to be charmed will definitely be tanks, and support characters very likely will be. So those are the characters that you're looking to silence. Meanwhile, the characters that are squishy, you're looking to just kill outright. All right, we got one ticket, one shot, one chance to make this guy look good. Y'all ready for this? It's time. It's time for shine, baby. Goodbye. Goodbye. Don't know if this will kill. I don't know who this is. I know that's the fake core, but I'm not exactly sure. It's just you know what? I've been saying this can kill, right? So yeah, there we go. I don't know who this is. I know that's the fake core, but I'm not exactly sure.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, it's that guy. Thing is rendering. Ooh. And we lost to a little hamster thing. But that's basically Jin. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Lucky! Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the character. Is he worth using? Definitely more so if you have, you know, the combo character, his synergy, I mean, duh. But yeah, still pretty good even without that. If you have a decent amount of setup, a decent amount of damage on your team. I think that, you know, my team that I'm currently running, that I was running for PvP, is not really suited for him. He needs a little bit more damage, more speed, and other characters that can help him out, and then you can start picking people off a little bit easier. I think that's kind of what you're looking for. But anywho, forgot my camera was still off. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and remember that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.